I didn't want to interrupt. I'm sorry.
No.
I should jump in.
Yeah.
Earlier today, when you had said the word snake, I immediately saw one in a vision. I just saw its face, and then when it opened its mouth, inside of the snake was actually a train, and it was like a
huge, right? It's a huge, like a swallowed man up or something.
Yeah, it's big. It looked small from the outside actually, but when it opened its mouth, there was lots of room in there. It was like I think I've actually seen this kind of train. It wasn't like it was like gosh, I'm so sorry, like a bullet train type of train. So
what?
Speed train.
Speed train, bullet train. Okay.
Or like the underground one in New York. Why can't I ever remember the name of that thing?
Subway.
Subway. Jeez. Okay, sorry. Yeah, so it was like that in there. Anyway, and there were just people in there. And the first people I saw was like a husband and wife and a child sitting on one of those seats on the side. And they were like looking over a newspaper, just like enjoying their family time. And then the next thing I saw was actually somebody being baptized kind of in the middle of the way. The next thing I saw was, it was actually a rack of white garments, and people were coming and picking them off of the rack, and once they took them off the rack, they changed into things. I saw a robe with like it had a belt that was like a tassel. I saw like a general's uniform from like a general's uniform. I saw an entertainer's outfit, and I can't remember if there was anything else I saw, but they were changing once they got taken off. And then the last thing I saw was there was an open like skylight, and coming down into the train was like it reminds me of kids that like, or people who sneak out of prison or something, where you tie the bed sheets together and you make little knots and it becomes a rope. And people were climbing up and out of there, and my initial thought was like, oh good, they're getting free, that's great, and then I got to see them actually climbing up, and as they climbed out of the train, it just became a rope. Then it looked like it was actually, the rope was coming from heaven, actually. That's what it looked like. But when they reached the top, it actually wasn't connected to heaven at all. It was they saw the end of it, and it started to peel back, and it was like a dynamite stick or a wick of some sort that was lit on fire, and it peeled back, and they all had to slide back down into the train, and the wick or the starter thing started to burn down.
Wow.
And that was all I saw. I looked past that. I looked past the people who were climbing to see if there was anything else left in the snake, and it was actually just utter darkness past that.
Wow.
That was all that I saw.
What do you think? I mean, you have any impression or thoughts, understanding?
I am actually curious of what the snake represents, what the spirit that represents. I've seen that snake
Me too.
many times lately, and so I don't know what that means. I don't know what spirit that is.
Now on the three garments. The first one, can you explain to me the first one again?
They were all solid white on the rack, and the first one that came off it continued to stay white, but it had like a tassel that you would pull back a curtain maybe, and it would have little tassels on it like a rope. It reminded me of like a monk, maybe.
Yes, that was
what they were.
Yeah, like a monk. Am I like a religious person, right? Religious person.
And they were
Second
brown, but they were
is a military person. The third is an entertaining person. That's interesting. That's a three.
And it seemed to me the military was old-fashioned military. It wasn't new.
Sure.
It was like a general back in the day, and then the entertainer's outfit was for a stage.
On the stage, yeah. Wow. That's pretty speaking about the culture, Culture.
Yeah.
Seems like
religion or Babylon or false bride, because I especially think of the imagery of a train that's been used over the years as a positive thing, and this being a counterfeit.
Yeah. Actually, the engine is a snake.
Yeah. There's a lot of aspects that seem like they might be good.
Yeah, it seems like on a journey.
But it's wrong tracks.
Yeah, exactly.
Wrong train.
Yeah, actually, the snake totally desire is move about, That's crazy. Snake obviously speaking the devil's wisdom to start with, second of that, spirit of the world. You're right, the same thing. But that's sad. It's sad because there is some heavenly light come, and when they climb up, they thought they're going to see God or something, have freedom or whatever. I think that's where we're disturbing for me, that part. I think it's a false prophetic movement, false spiritual movement, but never really get out the wisdom of the devil. That's where it gets wrong oftentimes. Despite charismatic, you belong to it. It's never operating in God's wisdom. Still on the regime or religious traditions. They think they are doing something new because they're gifted, but actually the whole economy, the whole education, the whole reproducing, students, whatever. So it's the same stuff, So the same card, wisdom, if you will. It's never truly free. That's a word alarming, man. That's terrible. And before what today we warn the people against, right? So you need to get out that thing. Amen. How to be free from it. Hallelujah. I think some time ago somebody had a picture, a snake was beheaded and people come out of it. All the belly cut open, people come out of it. Nicole, that's your vision as well, right? The belly was cut open and people...
Yeah, I saw that. I can't remember anything else, but I do remember that.
Yeah, it can come out of it. Well, today, the message is that opening. Hallelujah. May more people, God, people come out of it. Hallelujah. Thank you. Be set free. Set the captive free. Hallelujah. In Jesus' name. Okay.